I'm calling the residential alarm user permit system. They told me I had to fill out an application. I don't need them in my business, and I'm gonna find out what they say. Yes, I received a residential alarm user permit application, and I have a few questions.
Yeah.
What is it for?
If you have a monitored alarm system in the city of Portland, you're required to carry a permit with it, which means that you register your alarm system with the Portland Police Bureau.
Why?
Why? Uh, Probably about 25 years ago, city council passed an ordinance requiring that alarm permit holders registered their alarm users register their alarm with the Portland Police Bureau. The reason why is because Portland Police respond to thousands of false alarm activations every year. So in order to recoup some of the costs that we lose when we respond to false alarms, having an alarm system, alarm permit registration program allows us to not only better track and manage false alarms throughout the city of Portland, but also allows us to make sure that when an alarm does come in, that we already have your phone number, your names of other alarm users in the home, any health conditions that might be helpful for officers to know. It allows us to better manage our overall response to alarms, whether they're false or valid.
And what if I don't want to?
Well, I don't know how to answer that. It's required, per city ordinance.
Why?
If you don't, right? So if you choose not to, what will happen is we'll send you. If we send you an alarm permit application, which we did, if you don't respond, you'll receive a $100 failed to register fine. If you don't respond to that, at some point, Portland Police will not respond to alarm activations at your location.
Okay, I'm explaining to you the reason why I have this alarm inside my home. Because the police do not respond properly. I was attacked in my building, downtown Portland, and I ended up with a warrant. No one took the time to review the surveillance footage. They had people lying for them. And the officers that I called, they interviewed my attacker first. An old raggedy Caucasian man. I have a alarm system in my home to go to my children so their phones can be alarmed because the police do not protect people of my color properly. I don't need, if you can't protect me outside of my home, why do I need you in my house? I didn't get this for you. I don't need false alarms. I don't need registration. I don't need any of that. I need it when it goes off. It goes on my phone. It goes on my children's phone. I don't need it to be.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So there is something. So if you have, I have a quick question. Is there anybody in the home? I just want to step aside for a moment and say I'm deeply sorry to hear about your previous experiences.
I had a baby murdered. Listen, real quick. I had a baby murdered, and the case was so messed up and file padded at 19 months old, and I'm still trying to reopen this case. You guys don't protect us, and I don't need you in my house. I don't need you to be able to look in my house. I don't need you to be able to come in my house or claim a false alarm to come in my house. That's how I feel. I didn't get this for the cops.
Okay, so a couple things. What is your address so I can see what it is that we mailed you?
You mailed me an alarm application.
Okay, but I don't know where you are. So what is your address?
Because I don't want you to know my address. It's on this form. I'm just trying to get you. I'm just trying to understand some things. I got this because I don't need you guys anymore.
Okay.
Still trying to get information and get out of town.